What do you want?
To wipe out every trace of the sisters from our worlds. That is why I've been gifted a great power.
Hey guys, I am Joe Deckelmeyer with Screen Rant. We are at New York Comic Con 2024. I am with the crew of the highly anticipated Dune Prophecy, and my God, is the show epic. It is absolutely amazing. Every single episode makes me feel like I am watching a Dune film. Allison, first question for you is Dune Prophecy takes place 10,000 years before Paul Atreides. How do you thread the needle to keep it within the same world as the films while acknowledging the gap between technology and history?
Well, it's very exciting to be that far away on the one hand because it allows us some room to play, but at the same time, these are families that go on for 10,000 years and feuds that go on for 10,000 years and institutions that grow up. And so in some ways, we're looking at the young Imperium and the films are much more advanced, but they do have echoes through time. And I think that's very Dune to kind of, not be afraid of long plans.
Yeah, absolutely. Jordan, how much is Dune Prophecy based on Sisterhood of Dune? And would you say fans of School of the Dune trilogy will be able to find parallels easily, or does the show use that as a premise and more of a jumping off point and kind of does its own thing?
We are a sort of close adaptation of the Sisterhood of Dune. I think the Sisterhood of Dune in that trilogy kind of tells that story that keeps going in the other two books. So naturally, we kind of move out there in the other two books as well, taking what we need from it to tell our story. And we also get to tell a kind of new story that is not in the books, and that is about Valia Harkonnen's stewardship over the Sisterhood.
Well, I want to talk about Valia. How does Valia's tumultuous family history influence her motivations and decisions throughout the series?
I think that's one of the things that I found really delicious about getting my teeth into this is that they are such a messed up family.
Sure.
They've had this really traumatic childhood and they have, she is driven by a sense of being very aggrieved and vengeance, but she channels it all into becoming part of the sisterhood and really trying to control the fate of humankind. I mean, that's her, her ambition.
Well, that's a great jumping off point for you, Olivia, because I want to talk about the sisterhood for a second.
Yeah, try having that as your big sister.
Right. Now, how does Valia Harkonnen's relationship with Valia shape the origins and future of the Bene Gesserits?
All I can say is as preparation, when Emily and I have known each other since we were in our 20s at the Royal Shakespeare Company, and she said we're going to be playing sisters, let's go and look at portraits of Queen Elizabeth I and Mary, Queen of Scots at the Royal National Portrait Gallery in London. So you know what happened to those two sisters.
Yes. Travis, Desmond Hart is the biggest wild card on the show, at least I think. Who is Desmond Hart loyal to? And can you talk about his connection with the Carinos?
I'm not sure who he's loyal to at the moment, but he's going to act like he's loyal to everybody and try to gain everybody's trust. And that's what's so good about the writing, where I think the audience will be trying to work out who he is and who he's going to take sides with.
Absolutely. Now, Allison, the series spotlights the Harkonnen sisters and the formation of the Bene Gesserits. Can you discuss the dynamic between the sisterhood of the houses of Dune compared to where they are here and where they are in the films?
I think when you see the Bene Gesserit in the films, first of all, you're really seeing their forward face of, they cultivate such a mystique, such a mystery. And they're out there being, ruthless and decisive and powerful and trying to play every angle and manipulate every possible outcome. And they're very much in their power. Sure. And I think in our series, you're watching, like I said, the birth of that. And maybe there's, and you're seeing behind the scenes sort of what goes into making an organization like that. And I think Valia Harkonnen is going to take a young institution that's fragile, that is, under attack in certain ways, and she is going to grow it and protect it and fight for it and ensure its survival. And how that happens, I think, is how we are different, but also speak to the Bene Gesserit later. Sure. That's in its full power.
Now, when this show was announced, my first thought was, how are they going to do this weekly on the scale of what Denny created with the Dune series? But you guys executed it. You guys nailed it. So Jordan, how closely is your team working with Denny to ensure that any new or rather old elements you introduced to the canon will be connected to the Dune movies as well as streamlined for Dune Prophecy?
Well, Denny's got his own, franchise that he's working on right now. I've been busy doing that in his own projects. It was really left to us to kind of figure out how to kind of platform the new characters and the new worlds, which is exciting about the story that we're telling, because we are outside of Arrakis.
Sure.
And so we get to visit new places. But he, is aspirational in what he did there for us to kind of achieve that kind of large scale, kind of immersive experience. We had a tremendous cast and a tremendous crew, and we went all in and put it on the screen.
And it shows.
And also, just as a note, that I've been doing this a long time, but it was the first time I walked on one set, which was actually the home, the central atrium of the Bene Gesserit, and I gasped. It was astonishing that, hats off to production design. It just breathtaking. And this was not done with CGI. This was a building that they adapted. So yeah, it's breathtaking scenery.
That's incredible. Emily, how can you talk about stepping into the sci-fi realm in Dune Prophecy compared to your previous work that was more grounded in reality? And how do you ground Valia Harkonnen as a character?
What I love about playing this woman is that she has all these kind of superpowers, but they're all in her head. It's all about mental prowess. And being able to very, very, very clearly read people. Sure. And manipulate people, and and for an actor, all you need really is a camera. It's a bit of a gift, really.
Sure.
That's the true power that they have, is a very, very deep molecular understanding of human nature that they can play with.
Sure. Now, you mentioned this a second ago, Olivia, but can you discuss the significance of being the first time you and Emily got to work together on screen? Because you guys have circled each other for a while now.
Avoided each other.
In this case, no. There are some people, but no, not in this case. I mean, it was absurd that we'd never worked together, and absolutely right that we should play sisters. But, I first met Emily. There's a pub in Stratford upon Avon called the Black Swan, but is known to the actors as the Dirty Duck. And we first met sitting on the grass outside the Dirty Duck in Stratford on Avon. And that element of our history, sharing that, sitting on the grass and watching the sun go down with a pint of beer, is a very good grounding for playing sisters. But also, as parallel actors, we're still grasping for jobs and attention in the meantime. And it's like, how did she get breaking the waves?
Incredible. Now, Travis, question for you is, Desmond refers to this war that's in plain sight. What does Desmond see as the biggest threat to the Empire?
I think it's pretty well straight away that these ladies and the cult that they've established is, I think, is going to be very detrimental, And I think that the girls are the baddies in my brain.
This is the last voice of the patriarchy. Can I?
Sorry, Jordan. Who are you going to vote for, Jordan?
Oh, okay. Next question.
Well, look, actually, that's all the time we got for you guys. I cannot wait for people to see this show. It is on such an epic scale. It is incredible. You guys do such a phenomenal job. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. You guys are incredible. Thank you.
Check it out at HBO.
Yeah.
Coming soon.
Streaming on Max.
I run a school for young women. We're not a threat to anyone.